Welcome to APF franchise, and this is the off season. I know I said that we made it to the playoffs, and we did. But if you see, the Wolves lost to the Cardinals 13-14. Now, what's not shown here is the Giants actually won the championship. What happened was I was trying to play, but because the Firebirds were playing the Eagles, the Firebirds had way too many star players, which kept causing the game to freeze. So here we're just gonna progress all the players, starting with the Blackbirds, and you'll see. So the Wolves, I believe, are the last team that I upgrade. And each team, it all goes on how they finished in the season. So they only had the Blackbirds, I should say, only had one win or two wins. So they were one of the worst teams. So they had Jaquan Oregon, uh, and then the Iron Man had Charlie Thomas, and then you see the Cowboys. They had, I think these are the two that they have, especially Seven Saunders. He's an amazing outside linebacker. So the reason why I'm showing you all this is because obviously I didn't play every single team. So I want you to see some of the biggest star players like Rashad Escrew, who's a great CB for the Fibers that we did play against. He just didn't do much against us. And then also, uh, like Sal McIntyre is really good as well. He's a great outside linebacker at silver for the Cardinals. And then we also gave Joel Jarvis an ability because he played really good against us, and we made Chris Brink better because he played good against us. And I just wanted to. This is the first part of the off season, so I'm just progressing all the players currently. And then in the next episode is the draft. The only thing of the off season I'm not showing is free agency. Um, Whenever we get to games, I'm gonna probably say like if a team, because like some of the free agents weren't really big names. Like a lot of them are guards and yeah, mostly like offensive linemen or okay defensive linemen. Like a little spoiler alert, the Wolves end up losing Ahmad Crawford, who's our like right end slash left end. He switched sides halfway through the season, but he was never that great, honestly. So hopefully, I know this is just me rambling at this point, but the Wolves are at the very end because YouTube. But I'm excited for the second season. Also, I wanted to say that I'm changing the style up for the second season. The first couple of games are going to be live commentaries, so they're going to be a little more rambly, a little more off the cuff. But I'm just going to see what happens because I really enjoyed these videos, making these videos, and in my first video of the new season, I discuss why I go into more of a live commentary thing. And here I'll just say it's mostly just because I played all the games and I edited them over a month in advance, so that all I had to do is just add the audio some amount. That's how I was able to keep up a schedule of 2 a week. But I want to keep doing that. I want to keep trying to do, or I should say, every 2 days. I'm going to try to keep doing that as much as possible, because I want to pump these seasons out. Like, if you ever watch like Mr. Hurricane on YouTube, my favorite season or series he ever did was his Madden 12 Minnesota Vikings franchise, where he went like 8 seasons, almost to current day, with it, and it was very, very, very interesting. So I'm gonna just try to pump these out and try to get good at maybe doing the audio at the same time, so then you guys have more content. But on the free agents anyway, so a lot of them aren't really big names, so you don't really have to worry about that. You'll see that if there's a big free agent, um, I will tell you. Like I will be like, oh hey, these are the players of note for this game, and I'll I'll show that like this person was a free agent and he came to this team because I wanted to be more of a surprise than, oh, here are all the free agent signings. Like how this is all, like I wanted to do this to show the progression of these teams. Also, if you saw, I didn't have it on here, but uh, I lost. I also lost the recording of the awards. Um, MVP was a guy named Seth Furman. He was a running back for the Bears. You'll see I upgrade him here. He's like a generic, and he ran for like 2,200 yards or something ridiculous like that, which is crazy dumb because the Bears are not a good team. Like, they're just not. I'm sad. I don't think I ever got to actually play them, but but Seth Furman was really good. Um, so I upgraded him to like I think a bronze and put him up to like 85 overall. So that's impressive. And then offensive player of the year was Chris Young. So that was outstanding. Even though the Ironmen had a horrible season, um, they still got offensive player of the year with the franchise. So that was awesome. Defensive player of the year was Thomas Jurgensen. I think it actually says it right here. I couldn't timed it better. He's for the Saints. Um, I think it's gonna say it. He was a middle linebacker. He led the league in tackles, so they gave it to him. Even though I personally think it was my free safety Cummings, who actually we have a better free safety on the team, but I decided that he should start because at that point he already had like 5 picks and he only came in 2 picks off of leading the league in interceptions. Um, I blanked. Uh, Sack, like the person who had the most sacks was actually on our team. It was on the Wolves, and it was either Jacobs or I think it was Crane. It was Brock Crane. He actually got it, so he led the league in sacks, which makes sense because he was constantly doing stuff. He was constantly uh, just everywhere. This is Seth Furman, like I said earlier. He somehow led the league. He came out of nowhere. Anyway, and then I think the other one was like total. It was like led interceptions, and it was some guy that was like lower, and then total points actually went to Thad Herman. I think the running back for the Sailors, I believe, or no, it was for the Seahawks. And I think we faced him in the first couple weeks of the season, and he led the league in points. Like he scored the most touchdowns, which I thought was interesting. Um, yeah, so sorry if this is really rambly. I just wanted to do this audio. It's late at night. It's like midnight. Um, I really enjoyed playing this season. It was very fun actually to play. Uh, to have a team that actually like to play with, like not every game was like ridiculous. Like it wasn't like I won by like 40 points every game. But what I did like was how some games I was amazing and in other games I just sucked. So I'm just happy with it. But I'm just saying this now. Clem Benulis is gonna be gone. Clem Benulis is gone. Uh, he I thought that, oh hey, I have good wide receivers. Hey, I have a good O line. Hey, I have a good running back. I have a decent defense. Actually, a defense that played way better than I thought they were gonna play. I can have this Clem Benulis guy and maybe do something with him. Well then, literally every game, admittedly, most of it was my fault. Um, but still, like he would overthrow some passes. I was like, well, how did you overthrow that? There was times where, like, he overthrew, or actually like the thing is, he had like no arm. Like if you look at his actual stats, like he doesn't really have that much throw power, but yet, um, he would overthrow people slash underthrow people, which how do you, like he underthrew some people so much, and sometimes it came in clutch because like the defensive back would play it like you're supposed to, and then would just miss it, which was great. But yeah, Clem Benulis is gone. That is just how it's gonna be. Um, I'm sorry if you guys liked him. I wanted to get rid of him so bad. Because I was like, oh, this Nye guy has really good throw power. I'll use him, and Nye was worse. I mean, he's a good backup, like if Benitez got hurt or something. But I'm excited for the draft. I'm doing that one right after this, and we only got like 5 minutes left. I'm very excited. I know this video is probably gonna get like less views because obviously it's not exciting, but some of these players and to some of these teams, like we didn't get to see them. So I'm just trying to show you guys like some names here that are very interesting, who are good, who I thought should like get an upgrade. What else? Yeah, just please like and subscribe. I know I don't really care how many views I get. Like I know I'm not gonna you know go even 100. Like I know the first video of the series was like 40 some views, I think, now, which is awesome, which is that's usually how it works. Is like the first video of the series is the one that people get into. um but for the draft, I'm just gonna say this now. I'm literally gonna start the draft off by saying like, hey, if you missed the last game of the season, like go to my like I have a playlist of all the videos. um I don't know. I've already played the first game of the season, and let me tell you, it's fun. It's just the best way I can describe it. The team definitely plays differently. From all the stuff I did, um, what I ended up doing this off season is there was a lot of teams that were really, really, really bad. I really wish I could use the Legends, which was a team on this game. It was actually on these rosters that I was using, and they were like one of the worst teams in the game. They literally had like 4 copper players and maybe 1 bronze or something ridiculous like that. And I really wish there was a team like that, but um, with how like I ended up putting the teams in, I couldn't use it. Uh, which is sad. And that's why, like, if you see like the Blackbirds slash what used to be the Revenge, if you see that they're weird, like why they changed names, I changed their name because originally the Blackbirds were supposed to be a team, and they had like a full team. So I thought, well, maybe if I got rid of that franchise and then changed their name back, maybe it would change all their names. Well, it didn't. That's not how it worked. And there's like a glitch where it keeps adding an O for Ohio. I don't know why, or it's like a OH for Ohio in their name. So if you notice that, that is literally not me. I'm not dumb. That happens with Revenge, and that's happening with the Blackbirds. It's highly freaking annoying. Um, yeah, but uh, I just wanted to even out some of the teams because like I didn't want the same teams. If I do, like if I end up like I might have to like not restart, but I might have to like redo some stuff because my editor is actually really screwy right now. I don't know what happened. It was like somewhat usable, and then like it was still kind of screwy, but then all of a sudden my computer like wouldn't, like it would turn on but nothing would show and wouldn't start, and I had like a hardware defect thing, so I had to like hard reset everything. So and ever since then my editor's been like working really weirdly, and I had to like re-download it and do some things. Now some things aren't showing up, but I believe the Wolves are going to be coming up here soon. But just real quick, I just wanted to try to even out the teams so the same teams wouldn't be bad every year. These last few teams are going to be kind of quick. With the Redcoats, they have a hell of an off season, let me tell you. Um, they make a surprising draft choice and trade, but I can't wait for the next video. And I just want to say, so the Wolves, they end up upgrading Witt Stan Main, and Davon Kenny. All great seasons. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time.